So what are your heating options while you're living off the grid? That's what we're going to discuss today on the drive home. So for the most part, what people think about when they think of off-grid living and heat, they think of a good old wood stove. You know, people have anywhere from, the older ones, made out of cast iron to clear up to the most modern ones with blower fans, stuff like that. Which, of course, the blowers have to have some kind of a power to them, or else they're not near as efficient as just a regular cast iron one. The second option would be a pellet stove, which those are, from what I hear, I don't have any personal experience, they are a little bit more efficient. If you don't feel like spending the rest of your life chopping down trees, chopping wood, stuff like that, a pellet stove may be a good option for you. The downside to those is they also run on electricity. They need electricity to run an auger or a feeder to feed the pellets into the actual stove itself. If the power goes out for one reason or another, you have no heat. The third option, which a lot of people also use, I've seen it quite often, is a regular propane heater. And you can have wall mount heaters. Popular ones, it's like the catalytic heaters, infrared heaters. Those typically don't require electricity, and if they do, it's a 9-volt battery just to run the igniter, something like that, maybe double A's. We personally, for a couple years, used a little buddy heater. It was rated for indoor use. It's a catalytic heater, infrared. We're on our second one because the first one, the wind was catching it just right for, I don't know what period of time it was, and took the heat right off to the side and melted one of the sides. So we decided it wasn't safe enough to use, so we got a new one. Right along with propane heaters, if you're living in a travel trailer or motorhome or something like that, like we are, we just use the propane furnace. That's just like a household furnace. It's forced air, runs on propane, produces a flame. A couple of things I personally don't like about it. Number one, it uses electricity. It uses a fair amount. I don't like how much electricity it uses, but it is what it is. So you're gonna have to make sure you have enough battery power and solar power to run one of those. The other downside to that is you're only heating with, I don't know, maybe half of the potential of the actual propane furnace, because it has the exhaust outside. So it basically burns in a little chamber. Air gets blown past the chamber, warmed up, and blows out to the rest of the travel trailer, and you have a bunch of exhaust going outside of the travel trailer. So that, to me, that's a lot of wasted heat, a lot of wasted energy. And I personally, if I was going to use propane, I'd go with a propane stove, which is the other option. And basically like a fireplace or a wood stove, pellet stove. It just happens to run on propane. Once again, they might use electricity to run an igniter. A lot of them have thermostats on them. You might need it for that. If it has a blower on it, obviously you need more power to run the blower. But if it doesn't have a blower on it, then it's just a minor amount. May even use just a little battery of some sort. So there are a few options for heating your home off grid. If you have any questions, of course, leave them down in the comments section. Hit the subscribe button if you want to keep up on all these questions. Don't forget the notifications icon so you don't miss any videos. And until next time, keep kicking up dust. Go Shizzle.